undefined, soul's desire. You don't even know what you did. Now I'm on fire, fire, burning, burning out of control, taking me higher, higher, a feeling I can't hold on my own.
Psychic Connection. I'm Innerji The Metaphysical Crone, and look out, people, I am fired up tonight because it's Sagittarius season. And of course, lots of readings. I hope you're ready to put your questions in because I am ready to answer them. Now, I just want to go through a few little things about the house rules. When it comes to readings, we are not doing general questions here, only on the live shows, only on the live shows. The reason for that is that you might have something in a general reading that you might want the world not to know about. And also too, it can take a little bit longer to delve into the meat of those. But if you do want a general reading, that's okay. There is somewhere you can go. You can head over to the My Psychic Connection website at mypsychicconnection.com, and we have a wonderful team of psychic readers there who can dive into that general area of your life that you're wanting to explore. Now, the other thing that we don't do here is we don't do any legal or medical or health-related readings. By law, we're not supposed to do those, so we've got to be on the right side of the law. So it's best to let those go over to the professionals who've trained in that area, who know that stuff. So if you do put up a question that is related to anything to do with the law or legalities, anything to do with medical, and that does include pregnancy, unfortunately, we will have to pass them by. Now, if you would like a longer reading or you would like to jump the queue, then we can guarantee you a reading tonight if you make a donation. All you have to do is go into the chat, click on the link, and then type your question in, and we will be able to answer it for you. Now, what categories of questions do we have? What categories of readings do we have for donations tonight? Well, we have heaps. First of all, there is a quick reading. Now, it is time-stamped, but it is longer than the 2-minute reading, so you will get more juicy information with that one. We also have the mini, the mediumship, and the mega. Now, those 3 categories are untimed, so they will take as long as they take to get your message to you. And with the mega reading, it's extra special. If you donate for a mega reading, you can have up to about 4 questions, and they don't have to be on the same topic. That's what's wonderful about the donated reading. So I encourage you to donate. And speaking about donations, yes, in January, which is only a few weeks away, can you believe it? In January, we are bringing back where $1 from every donated reading is going to be given to a chosen charity. It's a great way for both you and all of us here at My Psychic Connection to pay it forward to those who are in need and maybe are not as abundant as we are. So that's all of that there. And let's see what else. Well, it wouldn't be Innerji The Metaphysical Crone if I didn't have some games for you. So we're going to start off with a little bit later in the show, it's Crystal Connection. I've chosen a crystal for you to guess so you can win a divination reading with me. Also, a little bit later in the show, it is the Mystic Moment. And right now, starting right now, it's the emoji game. So start putting in those emojis. I love to see kangaroos because living here in Australia, I'm surrounded by them, literally. So put in those kangaroos, put in your favorite emojis, because the winner who puts in the most emojis will receive a special divination reading from me as well. Now, every week I have a show theme, don't I? Can't help myself. Love variety. But this week, we're moving on to numerology again. Part 1 was last week, so if you missed that, you can go back and watch the show. And this week, it's part 2 of numerology and looking at your birthday, your birth month and birth year, adding it all up to get your life path number. So I'll be talking about those and explaining what they might mean for you. So I think we're all ready to roll. I know I am. I hope you are. So let's take our first question. Who do we have, please? And we have Audrey. Hi, Audrey. It is so lovely to see you here. And Audrey asks, Hi, Energy. I'm not really making it financially. I'm just unemployment while I train for fostering. Should I look into a home job or maybe a night job? I am so overwhelmed with stress. Thanks. Oh, look, I understand. Financial stresses, particularly coming up to Christmas time, can be overwhelming. So let's have a look at how these choices might go for you. I'm going to start off by doing a couple of cards for you on the home job, working from home, and a couple of cards around if you've got a night job, whether that's at home or whether you have to go out to the job. So let's see that we've got. I actually feel that with the page, I've got the Page of Cups reversed and the Four of Wands reversed. And Audrey says, yes, and I homeschool, so it's even more limited. Yeah, you've got real time constraints, haven't you? But with the working from home job, unfortunately, that's not looking positive. I've got the Page of Cups reversed and I've got the Four of Wands reversed. So I'm not seeing anything new coming in there, and I'm not seeing anything that would make it easy for you to do that. I feel that the nighttime job is going to be more productive for you because I have the Five of Wands reversed and I also have the Chariot. So this feels like it's more of a likely option. It feels there's more energy here. And I feel that for you, Audrey, bless your cotton socks, getting time out will be helpful to you as well. So if you can get a job where you're working at night away from the home a little bit, then that is going to be helpful for you personally as well as financially. Let's add a couple of tea coins to that and see what else there is. I've got the treasure chest and I've got the mask. So 2 things here for you, Audrey. It's time to take, and Audrey says, yes, agree. Thank you for your feedback. There are 2 things you need to consider here, Audrey. It's time to take the mask off. It's time to look at the reality of your situation around your finances. And I feel that you've come to that point. And if you look at it in... Oh, I'm sorry. We've got the bell, Audrey, but I do hope that helps. And Christmas can be a highly stressful time, the lead up to Christmas around our finances. We live in a society where all these expectations about, expensive, fancy presents. Remember, giving of yourself as a present, whether it be cooking for someone, doing some chores for someone, that can be a beautiful Christmas present to give someone as well. And Audrey says, yes, thank you. Audrey, my sweet, you are so welcome. All right. I think we should go straight on to another question. I think I'm on a roll already. So who do we have? And we have Mosh. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And Mosh asks, what is Lulu's feelings about me? Is it over between us? Well, I'm going to move to my relationship deck for you. I'm just going to call you M because I don't want to mispronounce your name, sweetie. So let's see. What are the feelings towards you? And is this relationship over? I've got the Four of Cups as the first card out. And I do feel that you're feeling left out. I sort of kind of see this as you. Here's everybody around you having a great time, but all you can think of is this one person. And so I feel that you've got to step out of that energy for yourself as a starting point. In terms of how they feel, I think that they're open to having communication with you. I think they're opening to have a little bit of give and take with you, but I'm not seeing a relationship per se at this time. And I've also got the King of Swords reversed. And I feel that with this King of Swords reversed, I feel that you just need to step back and let things lie for a little bit. Let things just stay calm for a little bit. Just don't take any actions or make any big decisions right now around this person and around what you're wanting from them. Let's add some tea coins and see what is going on there. So I do feel like in the future there is the opportunity to talk because I do have the teacup and the saucer. And this is about talking. This is about communicating. But it's also doing it in a way that is not forceful and it's not imposing. It's not going to work if you go to this person and say, what's going on with the relationship? They're going to back off. You need to take this gently. You need to take it slowly if there is any hope. I do feel for you around this person and around the potential of this relationship getting back together. I feel that there is more likely starting back with some friendship rather than love. I am not seeing anything at the moment that is going to put you straight back into a full-on romance. Thank you so much for your question and for being here at My Psychic Connection. I say it every week, but it's so true. Relationships, they can pull our hearts apart or they can burst our hearts filled with joy. I hope that everything for you leading up to Christmas, for everyone, is that it's the heart filled with joy rather than the heart that is broken. And if it is the heart that's broken, then I'm sending out much love to you as well. Now, my show theme tonight, it's all about numerology. Just like astrology, you have the sun, which is your sun sign, and then you have all the planets, and they all put together to make up who you are as your blueprint. The same applies to numerology. So your life path number is a bit like your sun sign in astrology, and the different life path numbers are about the journey that you're aiming for in this life, the type of journey that you're taking. So the first number I want to talk about, because we did numbers 1 to 4 last week, is number 5. And M says, thank you. You are so welcome, M. It's been lovely to read for you. So the first number I'm looking at tonight is the number 5. Now, this is a number of change. This is a number of being flexible, being spontaneous. It's the number of the adventurer. So if you add up the day, the month, and the year of your birth and reduce it down to a single digit and you get the number 5, this is part of who you are. This need for freedom as well, this need for freedom to explore, this need to be able to get out and do, but not always doing it in a planned way. Now, as I say, with everything, there is a light side and a shadow side. So the shadow side of the number 5 is that things can get too chaotic, can get too confusing, it can get too scattered. So just be aware of that as well. This is also a number that has the energy of good communication when it's operating at its most positive. So for you as a number 5, communication is really, really important for you. So that's all about the number 5, just to get you started. We will go into more numerology as the show goes on, but right now I think it's time for another question. Who do we have, please? And we have Gemma. Hi, Gemma. Gemma asks, Lee asked me on a date. I said no. He said some nasty things. That's not good, is it? Gemma says, I don't care about Lee, but did it upset Adam? He didn't seem that it would, but I thought I had sent the man mixed messages, which I didn't. So Adam thought you had sent the man mixed messages and you didn't do that. Yeah, people can pick up messages in the wrong way, whether you've sent them out mixed or otherwise. So let's have a look at how Adam feels about Lee asking you out on a date. Okay, so I'm using my relationship deck. Okay, I actually feel that Adam is so confident in his relationship with you that, yeah, on one hand, it might have been, how dare he do that? But he's constant with you. I've got the 10 of Cups here. You know, this is the happy family. This is happiness. This is joy. So he is confident in his relationship with you and he trusts you. And the fact that you said no without blinking an eyelid shows him that he can trust you completely. So I feel it may have been a little bit of a glitch because I've got some swords here. Which one is this? This is the 10 of Swords. So for that moment, he would have gone, oh, hang on a minute. And he would want to go into protective mode. But you know, the wonderful thing, Gemma, is you stood up for yourself and said no without blinking an eyelid, without humming and hawing about it. And you really made it clear that you're not interested. And Adam appreciates that about you because he knows that you are there for him. I've got the 9 of Cups reversed as well. You are there for him. You are his partner in life and he sees that. And look at it this way. You know, Adam's not normally a super jealous kind of person. So him having this reaction is actually quite good in a way, quite nice in a way, because he's saying, that's my woman. Hey, hands off, that's my woman. So I think you can feel confident that everything will be fine with the relationship moving forward. Let's add a T coin. Yeah, the stress and tension is already released. It's all fine. I have to say this. When you're in a relationship, committed relationship, you're happy, everything's great, and then somebody else asks you out on a date, yes, you say no, but in some ways it's kind of flattering because other people are finding you attractive as well. And it kind of reinforces, if you're doubting a relationship that you're in, if you're doubting how you are in a relationship, it kind of reinforces the fact that, hey, you are attractive. You are attractive to lots of people, but you've got the one. you've got that one with you. And that's really, really important as well. Okay, let's take another question. Rolling. And we have Oleg. Hi, Oleg. Oleg says, I sense something brewing behind closed doors at my job. Will it affect me in any shape or form? Now, this is a great question because there's a little bit of context and there's some detail attached to it. So let's have a look at what might be brewing in the background and how it may or may not affect you. So let me put out some cards for you. Let's see. Yeah, I think you're right. I think there is something brewing in the background. I have the 9 of Cups reversed. And so this is saying to me, yes, that there's some things going on in the background that you don't know about. In fact, there are things going on in the background that a lot of people don't know about. I feel like there are some changes coming in at your workplace, but they're still in that planning stage. They're still being talked about and fleshed out. I feel that, yes, whatever these changes are, I feel that they may affect you in some shape or form because I have the 2 of Cups also reversed. And this is saying to me that whatever is going on in the background is not equal and on the same page as where you are at in your job. So I do feel that it will have some sort of effect on you. And I feel it will affect you more emotionally rather than rationally, if that makes sense. It's more of like a heart response rather than an analytical mind response that you have to it when it happens. I feel what you need to do is look at it from the mental, the analytical side. Don't let your emotions overtake you with whatever is brewing in the background. It is some changes, there's some plans that are being made, and they're not ready to release it out publicly to staff yet. However, I feel that you will be fine. I've got the King of Swords here. I feel that you will see it for what it is and you will be able to make the best of it. You will be able to make strong, objective decisions for yourself around these changes. Remember that when something is brewing in the background, it's not always negative. Sometimes it can be for the good, but when you first have... Oh, wow, that bell, it's getting me tonight, isn't it? It's catching up to me. Oleg, I do hope that was of help. And for anyone going through any issues like that, where you get a feeling something's going on in the background, well, then just be aware, be observant of what's going on around you. See if you can pick up on the clues so that when things do happen, you can be better prepared for it. And hopefully you will find that, everyone will find that as a helpful approach. Okay, I want to talk a little bit more about numerology. And I would like to move on to the number 6. So the number 6, you know, even when you look at the number 6, the way it's drawn, it's a softer energy, isn't it? It's not like a straight line like the number 1, upright and strong. 6 is a soft, rounded energy. And this is the energy of harmony and compassion. So if your life path number is a number 6, you like to take the harmonious approach. You kind of like to go around the world a little bit before you get to a point because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. This is also a number where you're more family oriented. And I say that in the sense of whatever family means to you because it's different for everyone. For some people, it's blood related family. For other people, it's their friends who they consider family. So this is a gentle, loving, supportive energy. It's also an energy that takes their responsibilities very, very seriously as well, particularly around family and around the heart. So be aware of that. The opposite side of it means that with that number 6 energy, you can be a little bit too supportive sometimes. Sometimes people have got to fix their own problems. So don't step in and try and fix everything for everybody else. Also, this is an energy where you can be quite reserved, maybe even a little bit timid if you allow things to get to you too much. The other side of this one is also that you can be a little bit patronizing. And what I mean by that is that it's almost like mother will fix it kind of energy or father will fix it kind of energy. Allow people to have their growth and take their path. But on the positive side, if you're a number 6, beautiful, compassionate heart, empathetic, caring, loves to be supportive, loves to help. More about astrology later in the show. I do hope you're enjoying the astrology information. And here we are. It is time for crystal connection. Now, the crystal connection that I chose for tonight, the winning crystal, I can't hold it up and hide it in my hand because it's a really big piece of a crystal that I have with this one. So what I'd like you to do, we've got 2 minutes, so I'd like you to start keying in which crystal you think that I chose before the show as the winning crystal. Now, I'll give you a little hint. This crystal's really hard to pronounce. It really is. So start putting some of your guesses in, and maybe I will give you a hint to help you along a little bit later on. But while we're bringing all the guesses through to see who the winner might be, I am going to talk about another crystal. This is orange calcite. Orange calcite, this is it in its raw form. You can see, and it's quite a shiny, it looks like it's wet, but it's actually a shiny crystal. That's how you can identify calcite in any color. And here is a beautifully shaped wand. Orange calcite. Just looking at the color makes you smile. This is the color of sunshine. This is the color of joy and happiness. Calcite is wonderful for improving your self-esteem and improving your confidence. Now, how are we going with those guesses? I think I might give you another hint. This particular crystal is known as the stone of magic. See if that helps you guess the crystal I've chosen. But more about orange calcite. Orange calcite is great to have in a space, in a room, because it can help clear any negative energies. Have you ever walked into a room and you have that thing where you go, oh my gosh, the energy was so bad, I could have cut the room with a knife, cut the atmosphere with a knife. This is a wonderful crystal for clearing that. It's also helpful on the physical level for digestive issues, and it can be supportive of the reproductive system as well. So if you wanted to apply it there. It's associated with the sacral chakra as well. So that's the chakra below your belly button and above your pubic bone. And that's the chakra of what we give birth to, not just children, but giving birth to ideas. So this is a wonderful stone for creativity and birthing new things into your life as well. The other thing I want to say about this, it's really, really energizing. But what I love about this one in particular is that unlike red jasper, which is like this really strong energizing crystal, this is more of a gentle energizing crystal as well. So I like to use this one. I want a bit of lift my energies, feel uplifted, feel joyful, but I don't want it to come in with a huge vroom. So that is a little bit about orange calcite. How are we going with those guesses? Another clue I think is needed. This one starts with the letter L, and it's also a great stone for connecting with spirit as well. So let's see how we're going with that. Keep keying in those guesses. And I'm just going to bring it over here. I'm not going to show it to you. I'm just going to hold it in my hands and I'm going to send out which crystal did I choose. Because if you choose the winning crystal, you will receive a divination reading for me. And I'm going to give you here we go. We've got our winning crystal. Tina just tuned in at the right moment. It was labradorite. Look at this. Look at this. See the beautiful flash on it? It's called fluorescence. There you go. So congratulations. I am going to do a crystal reading for you as the winner. So I'm going to lean over and get my special crystal deck that I like to use. And let's shuffle the deck. And then I'm actually going to add on an actual crystal for divination purposes as well. So let's see what we've got. And Tina says, love that crystal. Me too. I'm even wearing it tonight. Look, labradorite and even labradorite earrings. It is so hard to say, so hard to pronounce, isn't it? So Tina, let's see what we've got for you. Oh wow, we have smoky quartz for you tonight. So Tina, for you, it's about getting grounded again. I feel like your head's going off in all directions. A little bit of that scattered Sagittarian energy because we've got the sun in Sagittarius. And I feel like you're going off in all directions at the moment. So right now and Tina says, I'm also wearing it. Hey, look, we're labradorite sisters. But it is about grounding yourself at the moment, really reconnecting with the earth. And I really encourage you, I know depending on where you live in the world, it might be freezing cold winter, it might be snowing here in Australia, we're in summer season, but I encourage you to get out in nature as much as you can and get your feet earthed. Get grounded, move all of that stuff that's in your head, bring that energy down through your body. That is going to make it easier for you to move forward with all of these ideas that are going on for you at the moment. And let's do a crystal for this divination as well. And what do I have here? Speak about doubling up. I have a smoky quartz. So this is really confirming for me that you really need to look at grounding yourself, earthing yourself. It's time to get really, really practical, acknowledging what you feel you can practically do as opposed to something being a good idea. And it is also about prioritizing. And with this grounding, and Tina says, yes, I took a lot of time earlier and grounded as I walked in the park and hugged a few trees. Perfect. Perfect. That is brilliant for you. And Tina, make that a routine for yourself. Make that an ongoing long-term routine to hug trees. I love hugging trees. So this will help you get through the hectic Christmas period, but also I feel it's part of what you need for you as a person ongoing. And it's a great way when you're grounded, it is actually easier to connect with spirit in those instances. So practical, grounded, earthed, and you'll sail through Christmas. Thank you so much for being our Crystal Connection winner this evening, Tina. And of course, there'll be more Crystal Connection next week. Wow. What are the odds that I believe in synchronicity? I believe what the spirits put into my cards and into my crystals, we got a double. And Tina says, thank you. You are so welcome. Whew, well, with all of that, let's move on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have, Tina's back. Hi, Tina. Tina asks, will the communication between Frank and I start to improve within the next month or so? We've been dating for over 2 years now. All right, so let's see how this communication within this relationship might move forward. I'm actually going to look a few months ahead for you with this. So I'm using my relationship deck because you are in a relationship with Frank. And I'm going to look at the rest of December, January, and February. All right, so I've got the Six of Wands reversed here. So I feel December things are going to kind of be on a status quo at the moment. I feel like you're each kind of doing your own thing. It's not that you're completely separate. It's just that there's not a lot of deep communication and there's not a lot of things that you're actually doing together. That's what I'm seeing for December. I feel you're each doing your own thing in December. So that's lack of communication there. If I look ahead at January, I've got that King of Swords reversed. And this is saying to me that I feel like you've got to start turning this card around. I feel that you've both got to make some decisions about what you want this relationship to look like. And that will take communication from both of you. I do feel that no big decisions will be made around this relationship in January. I feel that it's more that you've got to start opening the doors for this deeper communication. I feel that you're both avoiding this particular discussion. And then moving on to February, I feel things are going to slowly start to change for you in particular. When I have this Four of Cups upright, I see this as you. You're kind of away from everyone. You're on your own and you're not feeling too happy about things. So I feel February, things will start to turn around for you in particular. You know, around this relationship, I'm going to pull a T coin and see what else I get. I feel it's a slow burn. I feel it's a slow burn forward. And I feel that unless you both communicate, it is not going to move forward at all. But for the longer term, I've got the roses here too. I wanted to say more about that, but I got the bell. Tina, I do hope that's of help. There is some work to be done, and I say it every week. I know I sound like a broken record to you sometimes, but communication is so important in relationships, but it's the timing of the communication as well that can either help or hinder. Okay, I think I am ready for the next question. Who have we got? And we've got Apexa. I don't know. I'm going to say A because I don't want to wreck saying your name. A asks, will the relationship between AJ and me improve for better as he lacks communication? Are you noticing that seems to be a theme at the moment, not just tonight, but generally a lack of communication? So let's have a look at this relationship moving forward in terms of communication as well. So we'll give the deck a good shuffle, get that energy in there. And okay. I've got the Three of Cups as my first card. And this is, I call this the girls just want to have fun card, or the boys just want to have fun card. Because I kind of feel that in terms of communication, it's just about getting out there and having fun. I feel that either you or the other person is kind of in a super serious mind frame, and you both need to lighten up and loosen up and enjoy it for what it is at the moment. I feel like there's a heaviness. I feel like there's a lot of stress around this relationship at the moment. You know, I can feel my heart starting to beat faster because of it. My stress levels coming up. So you both need to just sort of kind of calm down, just enjoy for the moment. In terms of communication, I feel with this card reversed, it's the Wheel of Fortune upside down. I feel that it's slow going at the moment. Not just for you, but for everyone. But I feel it's slow going for you at the moment. It is like trying to get blood out of a stone, trying to get this communication happening. And the final card I have is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is you're playing this in your mind. You're playing it over and over and over again, and you're getting really stressed. But the thing is, playing it over and over and over again in your head is not helping you. All it's doing is increasing the stress levels even more. So rather than thinking about what you think might be going on, maybe it's time to actually find out why the communication isn't happening and how it can be solved. And A says, right, yes. And the T coin, I've got the Ship. Take this slowly. Don't try and get to the end result of this. And ended right on the bell. My gosh. And I just want to say a quick welcome. If you are here for the first time at My Psychic Connection, I want to say a huge welcome. Welcome to our My Psychic Connection family. I'm so excited you're here. I can't talk, and you are so welcome. So thank you for being here. Okay, the lightning round. I knew that was coming up. All right, the lightning round. Here is how it works if you've not played this before. You need to ask yes or no questions. So that's what will, what won't. No why, how, where kind of questions, because you can't answer those with a yes or no. So will this happen? Won't this happen? Will I do this? Won't I do this? Now, I can only answer with a yes, a no, or undetermined. The stress on me by not wanting to say more, I tell you. So let's start putting those questions in the chat. I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can to answer as many questions as I can. So start typing your yes, no questions. Yes, this will happen. No, it won't happen. Or undetermined. And with undetermined, that means that it's not known yet. It's not a maybe, it just means it's not known yet, because we can only give you the information that Spirit gives to us. So a lot of time I see people sort of thinking that we psychics can just reach out into that Akashic library, pull out the answer and give it to you. But sometimes you are not meant to know the answers to a question that you're given at a time. So keep that in mind. And that's why we get that undetermined response sometimes. So let's see if we've got some questions coming up. All those burning questions that you might have. Burning questions like, how will Christmas go with my family? No, that's a how question. What will happen at Christmas? Who will happen at Christmas? No, we don't do those. It's like, will I or won't I? So let's see those questions coming in. I'm so excited. Looking forward to it. I'm even going to do a question for myself. Oh, I'll tell you my question later. And Love says, did Paris feel loved by me? Yes. Taylor asks, should I take ownership of the timeshare in Cape Cod, Massachusetts? Undetermined. Catherine asks, will 2024 be a happy year for me? Yes. So much more I wanted to say there. Love says, should I visit H next week? No. Taylor asks, should I contact KC? Yes. Shimanta asks, will I move to the US in 2024? Undetermined. Love asks, are G and K going to help me? No. Firefly asks, does Aries miss me? No. Love asks, will I clear the E? Yes. Squirrel asks, is Drusilla happy with all the space she has in her new home? Yes, more to say on that one as well. And Hexa asks, does AJ understand my feelings for him? No. Catherine asks, will communication between Rajesh and I improve? Yes. Firefly asks, will there be romance for me in December? Yes. Oh. And Taylor asks, is KC dating someone else? Undetermined. Catherine asks, will my business improve in the next 3 months? Yes. And Squirrel asks, does Marty know how much I love him? Oh, big yes. Big yes. Wow. Anyway, oh, here we go. We've got more questions. Let's see who else we have for our yes-no questions. Put those questions in if you haven't. And Love says, why did I read Dracula Squirrel? I went into a little secret. Yes, so did I. Firefly asks, will I meet my forever person next year? Yes. All those questions, I tell you, with all of them, there is so much more that I want to say because life isn't always just a yes or a no, is it? And Catherine asks, will Rajesh respect me more for 2024? Yes. Love says, will I meet Mari B? No. Wow, we're getting through them. And you'll notice I'm not using cards tonight. It's direct communication tonight. See, who else have we got? More questions. I love the yes-no game, and I also hate the lightning round game because I have so much that I really, really want to say. Wow, we got through that. I love how you challenge me with the yeses and the nos. And of course, the lightning round will be back again next week. Now, just a reminder that we have got some great YouTube content here at My Psychic Connection. So make sure if you haven't liked, subscribed, and hit that notification bell, just like the bell here, then you will be missing out on some great content that comes out every day, every week, every month. For example, numerology of the day. I do a little forecast every single day based on the numerology or the number of that day. Okay, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Sagara. Sagara asks, what is my chance to get a dream job in 2024? Thank you for the reading and blessing. Oh, blessing to you too. So what are the chances of you getting a dream job? Not just any job, but a dream job. Let's have a look and see for you. I think 2024 in terms of getting a dream job is going to be quite challenging for you. I feel that there's a lot more that's got to be done. The reason I say that is I've got the 8 of coins. I feel like you have to hone your skill sets around this dream job. If the dream job you are looking, not if, the dream job you are looking for is going to require you to add to your skill sets. It may even require some formal study because with this coins card, I see you having to work hard. I see you having to put in the effort in order to create it, doing it step by step. He produces one coin, gets it right, then the next coin, then the next coin. And that's what I see for you working towards getting your dream job. The other card I have is the Page of Cups reversed. And I feel that this is another reason why 2024 will be a challenge to get that dream job. I feel that, again, there is so much that you need to consider. You need to consider all aspects of what does your dream job mean to you? What does your dream job look like? It is going to take time and energy and research, and you need to set your intentions around it as well. I also have the 4 of Wands reversed. And I feel like for you for 2024, I feel like a new job is coming in 2024. And it is like, it's not the dream job, but it is a better job. But it's not the one that you want. So be aware of that. Have a look at what other stepping stones you might be able to take in moving from your current job into a new one that's not quite the dream job, but will lead you towards it. Let's add And we've got the bell, 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 bell. All right. I hope you found that helpful, and thank you so much for your question. So it's time for Mystic Moment. Ooh, Mystic Moment. I know it sounds mysterious because I love mystery. That's why I'm the Metaphysical Crone. I love the mysteries. So tonight's Mystic Moment, I am going to do a reading for the collective. And I am using a brand new deck that's just come into my hot little hands. This is called the Earth and Bone Oracle. So I'm going to draw some cards to see what mysteries we need to research within ourselves, look at within ourselves. So let's shuffle the deck. Look at the bling I've got on the side and see what we have. Okay, so the first card I have is the card of the Apprentice. So I feel wherever you're at in life, this can apply to anything. It's not just work. It's not just sort of romance. It's not just hobbies. It can apply to anything in life. Where is it in your life that you need to be more of the apprentice and less of the master? What are the lessons that you need to learn at the moment? You know, some of the areas we can look at, it might be higher education. There might be some extra learning that you need to do moving forward. It might be looking into your beliefs around your spirituality, perhaps being an apprentice or finding a mentor around how you want to move forward with your spirituality. And it's also, this is going to sound really weird, but it's also being your own apprentice when it comes to your own inner wisdom. Do you trust your inner wisdom? Do you trust the deep, the knowledgeable, the wise part of yourself? Can you apprentice yourself, your outward self, to this inner mentor to trust your inner wisdom? The next card I have is the Blood Moon. And the Blood Moon, this energy is all about illusion and uncertainty. So in order to become the master, I don't really like using that word, but it's about becoming the master, you first have to be the apprentice. And in order to do that, you need to step past the illusion. You need to step past, if you like, the mask that you put on sometimes, and let that go. And the third card I have is the Wayfarer. And this is about taking a new journey for yourself. This is an inward journey. And all inward journeys affect the outer world. So this Wayfarer is about you contemplating what it is that you need. What do you need to learn? This apprenticeship. What path does it need to take for you? And it's all about searching for your own truth. Truth, like beauty, can be in the eye of the beholder sometimes. So what is true for you? And trusting that inner guidance. So become your own apprentice, become your own wise wayfarer, and see where that journey takes you. So that is tonight's Mystic Moment. I do hope you liked my new deck. I am in love with it. Okay. I am so tongue twisted tonight. Honestly, I feel like I'm doing a squirrelism tonight. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's go on to our next question while I get my lips and tongue enunciating a little bit more clearly. All right, we've got Viv here, and Viv asks, am I going to get housed in the near future, and will it be a happy move for me? Viv, let's have a look around housing for you in the near future. So I'm just shuffling my deck, putting my cards into spiritual order, so to speak. And I'm going to look at December, January, February. I feel that things are going to be quiet around the housing front until February. The reason I'm saying that is I've got the 7 of Coins upright, and she's not doing anything. There's nothing she can do. She's put in all the effort, and you've put in all the effort that you could so far, and now you have to wait and see what eventuates. And I know that isn't easy. Then for January, I don't see it coming for long-term in January. What I do see for January for you, however, is I see there's the opportunity for some short-term accommodation to see you through until longer-term accommodation comes available. But the sun in February says it's looking great for February for you. That will be, and yes, because I've got the sun card, it will be a happy move. It's just about being patient. And I know when you're in need of housing or looking to move house, it can be quite stressful. So I feel that patience is the key here. And let's add a tea coin and see what we have for you. And the tea coin is the Mermaid. So this is about you just putting yourself out there in the most positive way around moving house, around finding housing. Be positive, put yourself out there in a positive way, keep that energy up. Don't allow yourself to become overly pessimistic or go down that deep rabbit hole of, oh no, it's not working. It's just about patience. Thank you so much for your question. I really, really appreciate it, and I wish you well with it over the next few months. Well, let's talk a little bit more about numerology. So we did number 6. Now we are up to a number 7. Number 7 is a number that it's considered mysterious. It's also considered a spiritual number when it comes to its energy. This is a number of looking within. I have a tendency to equate this number to the sign of Scorpio, where everything is more inward, more quiet, more private, because this is a private kind of energy. If you have a number 7 life path number, you don't just tell the world what's going on with you. You have to trust people before you open up. The other thing I want to say about this number is that you're a deep thinker. So when you are looking to do something, you are a person who likes to research the facts, not just the superficial stuff. You like to dive deep and really analyze what's going on before you make a decision. So that kind of makes you a little bit slower when it comes to making decisions, but it also makes you extremely accurate with your information. And it means that you're less inclined to assume things because you've researched the facts. This is also an energy where you feel things like Scorpio. You feel things really deeply in your heart. You don't always show it, but you do feel very deeply, and you are quite sensitive. This energy is also associated with psychic abilities. Now, we all have psychic abilities regardless of what our life path number is. But this one, there is a sensitivity there around psychic abilities as well. And you want the truth. You want to know the truth of the matter. Half-hearted answers and half-truths will not satisfy you. Now, the opposite side, the shadow side, means that you can come across as lacking in confidence, and you can lack confidence sometimes, so be aware of that. Also, you can get a little bit cynical. Sometimes you go so far down that rabbit hole of research and finding facts that you forget to stop. And then you can become cynical about it. Then you can become pessimistic about it. Then you can become overcritical about it. So let's stay with that beautiful positive side of number 7 energy if that's your life path number. Trust your intuition. Get the facts of the matter. Know that you have this beautiful deep heart that you protect, and you protect the hearts of those you love. So that's all about number 7 in numerology. I hope you have found that to be helpful. Let's go on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have Shaniqua. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. It's a beautiful name, by the way. And Shaniqua asks, will Dion and I reconcile romantically? Let's have a look for you. Let's see. Okay. And, ooh. I do see that a connection, and Shaniqua says, thank you. You're so welcome, my dear. So the first card I have up is the Hierophant. I see this is you. I see you. You're a strong woman. You've got good instincts. You make wise decisions most of the time. So I feel that you're very strong, and I feel that you're very observant, and I feel like you have been observing, looking back at your past in regard to this relationship and really analysing it. I feel that having moved on from this relationship somewhat, I feel like you're kind of feeling more free to be who you are at the moment. I feel like you're standing much stronger now than when you were in this relationship. Moving forward, I do see there is potential for this relationship, but it's not an easy road. I feel like, yes, you're ready to give it another chance, but it's not an easy road ahead for you. So much has to be done in order to make this work. I feel that this is a relationship which will carry a lot of responsibility and a lot of burdens moving forward. Now, whether you choose to go ahead with this or not is a free will decision, but I encourage you to really look at how this relationship was before, how you felt trapped before, how you felt you couldn't be yourself before, and then look at the issue with Dion and see if he is prepared to change and you are prepared to change. Let's add a T-point to that. And we've got the mouse. I feel like with the mouse, the mice can do incredible things. They can eat through wires and break down your electricity, but they do it little bit by little bit. I really feel that for you, if you want to look at this relationship revitalizing in some way, you've got to do it little bit by little bit. Be really really. Thank you so much for your question. And if it's your first time here, welcome to my show. Thank you so much. Now, we've got the emoji contest winner, Taylor. I tell you what, Taylor, you've been on a roll with these emojis. Your fingers must be burning hot from them all. Congratulations. All right, so for your reading, I am going to use the Whispers of Aloha deck. Love this deck. It's like the energy of Hawaii in a deck of cards. So let me shuffle the deck for you and see, Taylor, what your message is. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay. The first card I have out for you, Taylor, is I want you to look at things from the kindness of your heart at the moment. Consider how others are feeling. Consider what's happening with them. I'm not saying you're being overly selfish at the moment, but I feel like your energies are all inward right now. And I feel that you need to step out and look around you and see what is happening with others. Look at it from a very, very kind, compassionate heart, because I feel that I've got one or two people that are close to you, that are around you, I feel who are going through a little bit of a tough time. Now, I know this reading is meant to be about you, but it is about you from the perspective of how you can be supportive. So have a think about that. The other card I have is about hope. Look at that beautiful waterfall. And this card says, behold hopefulness. And it's also about renewing your vision. I feel you've kind of lost that bigger vision for your life, and it's about getting that back again. It's about bringing that vision back and then tweaking it to where it needs to be moving forward, rather than perhaps the vision you've had for your life in the past. The other card I have is profusion of color. Look at these beautiful flowers. And so this is saying, let's bring some of the beautiful, colorful energies back into your life. The colorful energies, the orange of joy, the pink of love, the blue of calm. Think about your life. What are the colors of your life at the moment? Are they the grays? Are they the dull colors that maybe are holding you down? Think about the beautiful, bright colors that you can bring into your life so that you can open up. The other thing I want to say about this card is to get in alignment. You know, there are things that you want with that vision, but you're not in alignment with the energy yet. And to get in alignment with your vision in order to manifest, it takes intention, it takes really thinking it through, it takes putting your energy, and it takes action as well. So overall for you, my sweet, I feel it's that balance between being there for some other people at the moment because they need your support, but in terms of your own journey, revisit that vision that you have for yourself. Look at what's in alignment and what's out of alignment and make those necessary tweaks. Thank you for being our emoji winner this evening. Congratulations. And I do hope you have found that reading to be helpful using my beautiful Hawaii style deck. Love the artwork in that one. Okay, now I just want to remind you that we've got, after this show at midnight tonight, yes, we move into that magical liminal hour, we have got our beautiful squirrel, Astro Squirrel. And Taylor says, thank you. Taylor, my sweet, you are so welcome. We have Astro Squirrel and we have the astrology breakdown. Now, tonight, it's all about Miss Astro Squirrel because she is going to talk about the mythology of astrology for the sign of Sagittarius. So if you are a Sagittarian, do not miss that. That's at midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. if, like me, you are here in Australia. Okay, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Unique. Unique asks, will a Bari arrive safely in May? Well, Unique, let's have a look at that for you. Will a Bari arrive safely in May? Okay. Put out some cards for that. All right. I feel like it's going to be a slow process. I feel like there's something around him arriving that is going to be blocked or going to be delayed. The reason I say that is I've got the Knight of Swords reversed. So I feel that there is something going on in the background that is going to create a little bit of a delay and slow things down. I feel, however, whatever it is, I've got the Hierophant reverse will come to light. It's something that's hidden at the moment. It's something that Abari doesn't know about at the moment, but it will come to light. And yes, it's going to take a little while to sort out because I've got that Wheel of Fortune reversed. Let us add some tea coins. I feel like doing 2 tea coins for this. I've got the dog. So understand that whatever this delay is with Abari arriving safely in May, it's not about him. He's keen, he's there, it's not him, it's something that's happening outside of himself. And I've got the sword here. And so I feel it's almost like he's got to communicate, make sure he's crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's in everything that he needs to do to be able to make this arrival possible. And finally, I have got the 7 of Swords reversed. And I feel like if he takes care of the details, that will help overcome this issue and that the arrival will happen. Thank you so much for your question. I hope that has been of help to you. And I hope not hope, Abari will arrive safely. It's just going to take a little bit of time. So the other thing I quickly wanted to talk about tonight was the number 8 in numerology. Number 8, this is the energy of success. So if your life path number is a number 8, you like success, you like to achieve, you are a go-getter. You are also usually pretty good with money as well, and you have strong career ambitions because the number 8 is about the material aspects of our life. It's also about our leadership, our ability to take control. So this is a very powerful energy. And if you have this number as your life number, you can stand in your own power and you can step up. It's also about getting organized as well because the number 8 is made up of 2 4s, and 4s in numerology are about being organized and being planned. So your success comes through planning and effort and taking action. The shadow side is that you can maybe sometimes get a little bit overly too materialistic, maybe get overly too attached to money, so be careful of that. And also you can be a little bit emotionally detached when you're in the shadow side of the energy of number 8. So just keep that in mind. But overall, you're a go-getter, you like to achieve, you like to be successful. And I think that's a wonderful way to be. So that is the number 8 in numerology. Okay, can you believe it? It is time for the last question of the show. So let's see who we have, please. And we have Love. And Love says, hi, Energy. A kangaroo and a heart. Thank you very much. And she asks, how will the modalities and attunements I am working on go? Do you see my guides helping me with it? Thank you. All right, so let's have a look at these modalities and attunements. Let's see how they will work out for you. So let's put out some cards for that. And the first card we have, oh, nice. We've got the 10 of Wands reversed. So I feel like whatever stresses and burdens that you have been feeling around these modalities, around these attunements, are going to start to lift for you. It's going to feel easier and you are going to feel lighter in your own energy, which will help these attunements actually take hold even more successfully. And then I've got the 8 of Coins again for you. I'll just make sure I read that correctly. Yes, the 8 of Coins. And I've also got the sign of Virgo here, the Sun in Virgo. So in terms of how this will go, it's about paying attention to the details. It's about doing it step by step, addressing it one by one, rather than trying to do it all as one big picture and trying to do everything at once. I find if you will do it that way, it will be a lot easier for you. I've also got the Page of Cups reversed. So this is saying go slow. Don't get over emotional about this. Make sure you're tuning into your psychic abilities. And yes, I don't need the cards for this. Yes, Spirit is there behind you. It's almost like you've got an angel on your shoulder helping you through this. So be aware of that. Draw in that connection. Do it step by step. Be practical about it as well as being connected. And Love says, I am Virgo rising. Well, bring that Virgo energy to the fore and utilize it to its best advantage. Let's do a tea coin for you as well. And we have the key. Yes, yes, this is going to go well. This is going to open new doors for you, open up new opportunities, but you've got to pace yourself. Wow, that was it. Love, I do hope you found that to be helpful, and I do wish you well with it. And here we are at the end of the show already. Now, don't forget, if you liked your reading tonight, or if you liked what you saw on the show or any of the shows, remember you can always go and leave some feedback at journeyryanglive.com/reviews. We'd love to hear about that. We've got YouTube content. And of course, coming up next at midnight, it's Astro Squirrel with the mythology of astrology, looking at Sagittarius. Tomorrow, Miss Bunny down the rabbit hole at 6 p.m. and Astro Squirrel back from Whispers from the Forest tomorrow at 10 p.m. Have a wonderful week. Many blessings to you.